So I wanted to give you a quick run through of how I kind of go about playing around with PowerPoint and building these templates. So the main thing here isn't so much that you're copying what other people are doing. It's really that you're being inspired by other people. So you want to look at designs that you like and then try to figure out what is it about the design that I like, and then how could I kind of use something similar when I'm building my e-learning courses. So when we look at this, what I kind of liked about this is, one is I liked the brownness. It's got a very earthy feel to it. I also like the fact that the brown was dark, which allows you to use that contrast to draw the learner's eye in. So when you're building an e-learning course, you know, when you look at something like this, the white area, it really allows you to distinguish the main content area from other information on the screen. So you can really direct the learner's focus. And then you'll notice any color you put on there really allows that color to pop out. So I like that. I kind of like just the general layout here, and I thought, you know, this kind of could work for an e-learning layout. So I'm going to play around with that. And then let's go ahead and go to the PowerPoint file and look at what we have. So when we look at the PowerPoint file, if we actually look at this master, you can see this kind of, you can kind of see the inspiration from the other site. So I kind of used the colors. I used a color picker, Pixie, to pick the colors, and then what I did is these are just boxes. So this is a PowerPoint shape that's a little darker. Then this is that brown. And what I did with the brown shape here, we actually need to go up here, is you'll notice there's a slight shadow on there. And so what that shadow does is it allows you to create some depth to the screen. And so here's your learning in PowerPoint. Again, it's not copying this other guy's nice template. It's really thinking about, okay, I like this slide, or I like that template. What is it about it that I like? One of the things is that sense of depth. So one way to create depth is to add shadows. So in this particular case, there's a bottom shadow here, and when we actually look at this, on this block here, let's move these over, there's a shadow that kind of goes up, and then here's a shadow that goes down. So what that does is it creates a sense of depth. So your eye's drawn into this, that there's something past here, and that's this paper. So it's a place, it's not flat, it just gives you a sense of there's something else in there. And then so learning to use the shadow tools or creating shadows. PowerPoint 2007, you have a shadow feature. So if we go to, let's just select something here, and you've got your shape effects, you've got the ability to create shadows that way. If you're in older versions of PowerPoint that doesn't have that, then you can just go ahead and make shadows. So you can just, let's say we created a shape, and you just duplicate that shape, and we'll put it behind it here. Let's say this was the shadow right here. You can let's see here, you can pull do something like this. You can pull this out, and then what you would do is just get rid of that, and you can make this, you know, gray. Let's get rid of the outline here. And so you could go ahead and play around with some shadow ideas. And then what you would do is make this transparent, and then you could create that same drop shadow look. So learning to build shadows, learning to use the features in PowerPoint, that's your key here. This paper that I created, this is all done in PowerPoint. I have another tutorial that shows you how to do that. And then it's about different layouts. So here's kind of a section, main title slide layout. Here's one, you know, you need a lot of content area. So here's one where you can add a title down here, and then you've got your content area here, and then you can add your text, you can add images, you can add video, whatever you'd want to do. And then you can see I've got different layout options. So once you kind of create a general idea, then it's just play around with some layout, see what works. You know, here's one where you could potentially use these as like links to other areas. Another thing that's kind of neat is, why limit yourself to this color? What if we wanted to put a picture in here? And this actually turns out kind of nice. So let's insert a picture, and we'll just do this default picture. We're going to send this to the back, and then I have that brown box, and I'm just going to make the brown box transparent here. So we're just going to shift the transparency. So now all of a sudden I've got this picture in here. Now when we go into the main view of the slide, you can see that actually looks kind of nice. So we started with that one look, and now we have a completely different look. And so this could be an image like this, or it could be an office environment or something like that. So a lot of things you could do with this, but the main thing is to go in there, start playing around, and come up with your own idea.